You see, by the time we perfect the current conversations we are having with FCCPC with regards to establishing a formal partnership, we will upscale what we're doing currently. At the rural level, we have relationships with traditional rulers, religious leaders, youth groups, women groups, socio-cultural organizations that are community-based, and then civil society organizations at that level also. And these are platforms that we use, to convey messages so as to effect behavioral change in various communities across the country. And you know that culture and social nuances differ from community to community. So in communicating, one needs also to be sensitive to this cultural and social nuances so that the messages are not taken in negative light. So this is the way we do our work at National Orientation Agency. We expect that this would become more robust in terms of deployment of personnel, NOA personnel. The issue that the acting EVC raised concerning establishing points of contact for FCCPC in various states and communities, this is an area that the NOA can assist, while they are working towards establishing state offices and presence in various locations across the country. We can have a stopgap arrangement where we designate desk officers in our offices across the country. And then if FCCPC will provide laptops, as the EVC said, and these laptops are connected to their central complaints coordinating platforms, then we would find that a lot more Nigerians will be served, in this process. Now, talking about awareness creation, I did mention that even the consumer has a responsibility to want to know. And as of today, in addition perhaps to the sensitization and advocacy that NOA will be doing with FCCPC, many of these consumers have Android phones. Can you hear me?
Please.
So many of these consumers that we're talking about have Android phones that are connected to the internet. At present, they spend a lot of time online, but they spend that time doing things that do not add value. So can consumers across the country please use their phones and access to the internet and Google to check out what the new Electricity Act says in terms of the rights and privileges of consumers, for instance? Can they search the internet and find out, go to the website of National Electricity Regulatory Commission and find out what the new Electricity Act states, concerning what the customer is entitled? This will also create some platform for self-knowledge building. The same can be done if you want to know about the mandate, and the provisions of the act that relate to protection of customers with regards to the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission. However, we will partner with FCCPC robustly and deploy their messages across country. I think I should not stop until also I have said something concerning the references that was made to pricing of products. I don't think that issue was adequately addressed. If we allow producers to price their products the way they feel, there's far more implication even beyond the issue of purchasing discomfort to the consumers. There's the challenge of illicit fund flow and money laundering. So if there isn't some sort of regulation around pricing of products and services, it can become a veritable means for people to bring in illicit funds and then launder them into our economy. What do I mean? For instance, and this also has impact on competition. If, for instance, I'm bringing in vehicles, Toyota vehicles, for instance, and it is determined that all cost considered,
Okay.
such Toyota vehicles should sell at 2,000 naira, for example. Do you understand? And then somebody brings it in and is selling for 1,500. It means that all those who have complied with processes and everything and are looking for a profit will be run out of business.
Very
But this man
very
has
good.
used